Hello and welcome back to Mama Eurovision. My name is Judy La Divina. I am your Mama Eurovision.
I am Aura Fuck. You're also cuddly Teddy Eurovision.
And I'm Lola Limonero and I'm your Thorra Eurovision.
The family is here, full force. Teddy, welcome back, my dear.
We're so happy to have you back.
I'm back.
And here we are, post-Eurovision depression, few days after the grand final of the Eurovision Song Contest 2025. What the hell just happened? I think that is the best way to describe
not the UK
this roller coaster of a Eurovision season. And we gathered here today to give you our 2 cents about everything that happens, how we feel, what we think, and so on and so forth. Before we are getting into the results, I made a little, you see, I did all of this shit, so it would be easy for us. Yes, Mama worked. I would like us to first, before we get into the official results of the Eurovision Song Contest 2025 and give you our review and analysis, let's take a second to pay tribute, to give our thoughts about the non-qualifiers, the gorgeous entries that didn't make it to the promised land on Saturday. So from first semi-final, did not qualify Cyprus, Croatia, Belgium, Slovenia, and Azerbaijan. Teddy, what do you think?
Well, with, for example, Azerbaijan, I was kind of have a feeling that they're not going to qualify, but my biggest kind of heartbreak was really for Belgium. They had such an outstanding performance. I felt so many people were rooting for them. The song was right, the staging was right, everything was so much giving, and I really couldn't understand how this couldn't qualify. But Eurovision is Eurovision, and opinions are opinions.
Exactly.
But we're gonna hear them.
I'm just gonna ring the I told you so. From our first reaction, I said Belgium has a flop written all over it. And I also said that even if qualified, Cyprus would make it before Belgium. Cyprus made it to the 11th position. So even that point was right. My heart was broken only for Cyprus and then a bit for Azerbaijan, but that was not realistic, Lola.
My heart was broken for the gays. I call homophobia here.
Homophobia.
Hate crime.
Hate crime actually. No, I was like shocked that Cyprus and Belgium. I thought Belgium was going to come over Cyprus after seeing the performance because the staging.
Maybe he did.
Well, we'll have to ask the hotel. But Belgium had such an outstanding performance, and the vocals were also there. Whereas I felt like Cyprus, it was an outstanding performance, but the vocals were sometimes not there. But yeah, I thought those two were locked, and they were clearly not.
But can we please also appreciate Slovenia? Because I really think Slovenia made such a step to the front and really kind of added so much depth into their performance with this kind of new approach. And I really, really liked it. How about you?
The beauty of our family is that we have different opinions and we love to give space and respect to all of them.
There's room for everybody.
From the second semi-final, Montenegro, Georgia, Serbia, Ireland, Czechia, and Australia were left out of the grand final. Obviously, my heart was broken to pieces, shredded for Czechia. I thought it was phenomenal-ish. I could see where the song got a bit lost, but still I wanted him to go through. Australia, also stage performance was a bit underwhelming. I would have done much more with that. More people on stage, should have been more. However, I still thought it would make it. Another I told you so on my behalf. I said Ireland is not going to make it. And if one of the two, Luxembourg or Ireland, it would be Luxembourg. Just saying. The rest I saw happening. I just saw it happening.
Yeah, Australia, Czechia were the shockers. Australia, I thought it was quite strong. Like, sure, the performance could have more craziness to it. Czechia, I was a bit underwhelmed with the performance because I felt like he was really nervous. He missed the cue. Like, you could really see it. So I doubted that it would qualify on the night, and it didn't. So
for me, Australia is a told you so.
Definitely.
I didn't got blinded by the milkshake, but yeah, it was a cool performance. But I was kind of seeing it that it wouldn't do as well, maybe. under certain circumstances. But I was very, very surprised by Ireland. I
Really?
was so entertained by that performance, and I saw the people around me bopping, kind of.
Baby, those
guilty.
vocals were on the struggle bus with Laika straight to the
We're
space.
crunchy.
That was struggling.
I-
You have to be objective about it. The song is great. I get the people who like it, but the performance started great and then it didn't go nowhere.
I don't necessarily would agree with you. I also kind of think the vocals were good. Maybe I need to re-listen to it.
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh my god, they're coming for me. But yeah, other than that, there is no big surprises for me. Serbia was dragged, but not
Literally.
unfortunately not into the final. And yeah, there is nothing more to say.
And then there were
about
Georgia
that.
and Montenegro.
I think if there's one thing we can gather from all the non-qualifiers this year is that this conspiracy that is Eurovision is not working anymore.
Yeah.
There's no recipe.
There is no recipe. Authenticity, I believe, is the recipe. Good vocals and then a great packaging. For example, you said good vocals for Belgium. I ran for my paracetamol, honey. That was just being loud. The track is great, but anyways, this is Eurovision is not working. You need to think outside of the box. If you need to choose one non-qualifier from both semis that you would have loved to see in, come what may, would it be?
Belgium.
Australia, just because it was a bit different than the others.
Since you said both of, like, no Belgium for me, Australia no, Cyprus. I thought the staging was mwah, chef's kiss. Anyways, general impressions. Let's go there. Stage, hosting, Sandra, je t'aime.
Yeah, we love you. I was unsure in the first semi when I was watching her, but then I fell in love with her.
I also fell in love with Hazel.
Yeah, I think, but we needed some time to get there. In the beginning, I have to agree, it was a little bit clunky and a little bit there were jokes, but there was no laughter, and it was giving a little bit of cringe, but we came at some point to a good.
It was a very like German dry humor, which took a while to get used
I
to.
enjoyed it.
Swiss.
But yeah,
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
But I enjoyed it at the end. So I just had to get there. And also, can we talk about the stage?
Love it.
Amazing. The
Love
frame,
it.
I was like a bit unsure in the beginning. But I
Love
felt
it.
I
like...
have a question. Are you a fan also of the frame? Because
Love
I
the
thought,
frame.
but I
Yes.
thought it really cut the arena in half.
Yeah, but I mean, Eurovision is not a show designed for an arena. It's
Right.
a show designed for TV.
And it made
If
it...
I would buy a ticket to see the show from the arena, I would be really pissed if one of those clumsy, massive bunches of screens are in front of my face. But as a viewer at home, I enjoyed every single frame of it. It gave the stage depth.
Yes.
It felt original. There were some frames, especially España, when it was just like, it gave it so many dimensional. I loved it. So for me, it was great production, great staging. Love the interval acts, love the hosting, and love Petra Media.
We just wished for Celine
Petra
Dion.
Media.
And we finally got our redemption of the 2020 songs. Oh, when I saw Cleopatra, okay,
Yes,
the thing
and-
was done for me. Excuse you?
No, love it. Love Cleopatra. Don't get me wrong. Love Cleopatra. Love the format. Phenomenal. However, you chose the exact same artist that did show up to
You have a
Eurovision
point.
2021,
Yeah.
and you said here is a chance to the acts that did not make it. I would love to see the mamas from
Yes.
Sweden, for example.
But maybe that should be
Or
a regular.
example.
little big.
But maybe that's
Yeah, that
why
would
it
never
should be.
happen.
That would never happen, but I would
love
love to see Little
it,
Big.
but
But maybe that's why it should be a regular thing. And I see this as a regular semi-final act where we're gonna have the 2020.
do you think we're gonna get Fickerly B on Eurovision stage? That would be my dream. You won a competition with it, right?
You're a diva.
Oh,
Period.
really?
Yeah. She ain't
Work.
playing games, I'm telling you. All right.
Shall we get into the final?
Yes. Eurovision 2025 grand final results. How we're going to do it right now, we're going to divide this episode to two because we have a lot to say. So we're just going to go by the country that received the lowest amount of
Just
points.
like the voting.
And we're going to go up and up and up, considering the jury votes and the public votes and our total impression. Beginning with the country that made it to the 26th last precious place, San Marino. For us, San Marino was on the fence in the qualification chances. I think it was either San Marino or Portugal, and I said both in instead of Belgium. Just saying.
Told you so again. She's bringing the told you so
button. I wore my country wig today.
Yeah,
I feel I told you so.
Yeah.
So San Marino received 9 points from the juries, ended up at number 25, and received 18 points from the public, ending up at number 20. All in all, 26. What do you think?
Justified.
Yeah, like
it was okay.
It was
nothing
okay.
more than that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
also we have to address the elephant in the room, and that's not me. It's San Marino getting 12 points from Italy, which is also like half of the points they actually have, or 3/4 of the points.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
come on now.
The song is a hit in Italy, so I'm not surprised.
Now,
there.
come on now. Eurovision is a village. Like, countries give du spois to each other, not just because they're neighbors. It's also a cultural aspect. It's a language. I'm totally fine with that. Eurovision is a small village. It's fine. It is what it is. Iceland coming 25th with 33 points in total. 0 of them came from the juries and 33 points from the audience. I didn't want them to qualify based on the first semi, but when they did, I didn't hate it. It was okay. Number 25 make total sense for me.
Look what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna agree with you.
Wow.
I'm gonna say I was so annoyed that Iceland qualified. Sorry, because I thought, no, there could be Belgium, but yeah, it was not giving me any excitement. So yeah,
it was giving like end of the year school production.
Very junior Eurovision.
Yeah, we're using
which
that.
Which was a running theme this year.
Yeah, it was a running theme. The other two, the Luxembourg did qualify. Anyway, Iceland justified. Yeah.
Nah. All right, I think that's something we need to address. Number 24th. España, esta diva
again,
20
every single year.
Look, I understand that Eurovision work in you have brands in Eurovision. I mean, some countries have to work harder because of their brand. Sweden needs to work very easy. We've seen Israel is working very easy. Spain is one of those countries that televote-wise we know historically is struggling unless they send the phenomenal like Chanel. Juries. 27 points for this phenomenon? Buffoonery? Homophobic? Divaphobic?
Tell him.
Tone deaf?
Tell him.
Blind?
Can you not hear the
delusional?
voice?
All of that.
Go see a doctor.
Yes.
Go check your ears.
Melody.
Because you cannot...
But I'm gonna also tell you, I'm not I love. Oh my goodness, they're coming to me. I loved every single bit of it. Obsessed with every single bit of it. But
now
not 100% surprised that it ended up, because in the history we saw, like with Spain, the same thing happening, and maybe we were kind of overestimating.
No. I think she was exceptionally well. You cannot compare it to 2009, for example, when it was very hyped, but then the performance fell short. She was delivering vocals, outfit, camp, diva, hair, snatch.
I think that the problem was the song. The song didn't connect, and it became too overdone that was my fear. And again, Europe is allergic to seeing us serve. So,
but again, now that you're saying there is no recipe, for example, Spain for me had everything really. The voice was there, the performance was there, the production was there. Also, a lot of many people loved the song. I just cannot understand nowadays what's gonna be successful in Eurovision. And it's just that
Look,
you can really bring everything and still end up.
we
in
can
the
all
last
agree that what we all doing as Eurovision fans, as Eurovision junkies, is really being devoted to our personal taste and wishful thinking. there is a box-side out of us, whether we can see it or not, that
Right.
exists, and it's a part of the game. I'm still very, very proud of Melody. She deserved she served us a moment that will forever live in the Eurovision diva legacy.
For
And
sure.
that matters.
Yeah.
That counts.
That matters
so,
to us.
muchas gracias, España, because that was spectacular and you were robbed. Moving up the list to Denmark. I wanna confess, one of my biggest growers this year is Denmark. I chopped her in our first reaction. I became more warm towards her when we did the prediction. And now the journey is completed. I am in love. Your stylist hates you, but I am in love with you. I'm just saying what I think. The song was great. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed her. She has such a charisma, such a personality.
Yeah.
I
Always.
lived for it. I wanted to see way up higher, but realistically, looking at the lineup, it was your stylist hates you. And you looked great, but your stylist hates you.
I love that for you, but for me it was actually so opposite. I didn't had such a big problem with that act in the beginning, but then at a specific point it began to annoy the hell out of me because you know, not because it is bad, because it's not bad by any means. It's just, to me it feels so mediocre that it hurt. It hurts.
Wow.
Coming from the bitch that put Poland on. I cannot
Fight
with
her.
you.
Fight her. Come for her. Her name is Judy La Divina and she
That's
is
my
coming
name.
for Justina Stečkovska.
Never, ever.
Grab her.
We still
Take
have
her.
to get to Poland.
Yeah,
But
that's
Denmark
true.
is just didn't just no.
Fair enough, valid. I just said my opinion.
I feel very meh about it. Like I'm fine with the position.
Yeah,
I
same.
think
I'm fine.
I think the performance was nice. I didn't know that it was going to qualify on the night of the semi, but
was
she
concerned.
surfed, and that wind machine did wonders to her. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't think I was concerned at the semis. I'm really happy it did. I see what you see. I get it. I just enjoy it. I just think
Yeah.
that the color palette was very predictable. It
Yeah.
was already the color palette of the stage, so it was not very memorable. Anyways, Denmark, number 23 in the grand final. Well done. We're moving on to maybe the most creative staging to a very mediocre song, to my opinion, that saved it from being last at the
Yeah.
semi to
Yeah.
being 22 at the grand final.
Yeah.
She looked like she had fun. The reveal was actually revealing
Yes.
two different atmospheres of the whole thing. It's not like I'm holding a cloth, I'm taking them off. And yeah, brilliant. Well done. It's more than I would ever predict for Luxembourg this year.
I have a theory, and my theory is that Luxembourg was listening to us very closely. If you go back and watch the video, the
Put it
reaction
up
video,
here.
we were giving all the cues that she literally did.
Laura went
And
and
so you can
got
tell
the
me
notes.
everything, but Luxembourg was listening to us, and I think it worked out well for her. It kind of brought her performance so much up for me in my rankings, and even I was excited to see her in the final, and I cannot say this exact thing about every act.
I thought this staging was very creative. I still cannot stand the song. So, I mean, I'm not very happy that she's in the final, but it is what it is.
I mean, it's one of the rare cases that there is like 23 points from the juries and 24 points from the crowd. It's like almost the same.
Right. It's low, but
it had an
it
audience.
got enough that...
The junior Eurovision audience chose. Moving on to Portugal. I enjoyed it so much in the final.
Yeah.
It was such a fresh of breath air. It's just too hot. I just think about it, I'm getting confused. Portugal managed to receive the 19th position from the juries. And
21st.
the 21st position from the public vote, yet ended up at number 21. Teddy?
I liked it, and I also think it was a good fact that it was in the final. It gave a little bit of diversity, but it didn't excite me so much.
Same. I'm happy with the result. Feels deserved. Correct.
I don't think none of us ever imagined.
No.
Well, maybe one of us imagined. One of us
imagined.
One of us imagined. There is one of us, brave one. I am telling you that you told me, that you told us, that you told them.
I had a vision.
When we all chopped Armenia, this bitch said Armenia will make it to the final and finish somewhere between 19 and 20. And look what happened. Armenia made it to the final and finished
that's what I'm talking
at the
about.
20th position with 72 points, which in a regular year would be enough to
even
be even
higher.
higher. This year, the spread of points was all over the place.
Yeah.
If you think about it. So 72 points in a different year would be enough to make it to the top 15 even. And Armenia finished at the 20th position. Very effective staging.
Yes.
Better sound. Still don't feel it so much, but I understand the people that are here for it.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew instantly that there is a big...
Dick there.
That's what she said. But what I
You
said...
said I knew instantly there was a big... Considering him in front of me, I'm just saying what I'm saying.
Yes, and I'm saying that Armenia hit it out of the park, and I knew instantly that it's gonna have a big following of people who really appreciate that song, which in my imagination are mostly cis hetero white guys. But you know, there's room for everybody, and so is there for this kind of music.
Period.
And actually, I got very excited about that performance. It brought me up, it brought the mood up, and I loved it.
Huge shout out to Colleen from last year, We Will Rave, because she was the director of this performance.
Really?
And she did great job.
It saved, the staging saved them, I feel. Like the song felt short for me, but the way they played with that... the cameras, the effects, the running, it was very, very effective.
Cardio.
They're angry. Like, why are you mad, girl?
She's a survivor.
Moving on the list. The United Kingdom. What the hell just happened? I'm sorry. I know I'm a minority. I love them. I think it's a robbery. They received 0 points from the audience. I am very thankful for the juries to respect them with 88 points. I'm not saying it's a winner. I'm not saying it's a top 10, but it was a very good vocal. Messy staging, but I still enjoyed them a lot. I like them. I'm Team UK. What the hell just happened? Remember Monday? I remember you. That's it.
Well, I'm quite forgetful, and that's all what I'm gonna say to that. It was a nice performance. Excited, not so much.
Valid.
I'm on your boat. I really enjoyed them, and I was looking forward to seeing them in the final. Wouldn't give them a winner, but 0 points is a robbery. Like, come on, at least 20, 30 points I would give them.
Something.
Yeah,
give them something.
They were giving, and they were having fun. They were having fun. Like that's the thing that I got away from the performance.
But would you say anybody would deserve 0 points?
Well, on camera.
Let's move on.
No, I think I mean it's not Junior Eurovision. You don't have to start the voting. Like sometimes receiving 0 point doesn't mean you're dead last. It means that you made it to the number 11 or 12 position in all the other countries. That's the game. I'm not bitching about it. I accept it with love. If it was legal, Norway. I had a twink crush. Norway. Baby, I fell in love with him. The levels of charisma in that gorgeous, naive smile, very good delivery of vocals, very sassy dancing, predictable position. I wouldn't see it much higher. I would say the audience placed it at number 12. I would see it there rather than... Then at number 18, but still, I really enjoyed you, Kyle, and you have a big future in Eurovision. You'll come back to the stage one day, and you'll get your victory. I see it. I smell it.
One day, but not 2 days.
No, ain't today. We can all agree on that. But I really enjoyed Norway.
I also enjoyed Norway a lot. I think I get what you mean with the charisma. It was really coming through the camera. But in the mix of all the songs, somehow on that evening, even though I really appreciated it very much beforehand, it got lost.
It got lost, yeah.
It got
Yeah,
lost.
but
I don't think it helped him that he was opening. And I felt like in the final he was a bit more shy because of that. And then it got lost with the other performances.
But also, I don't think it was a good opening act.
Maybe not. What I'm surprised is that he was so low with the juries. Like,
yeah, but I think it's one of those tracks that is like, it's a very plain and simple Eurovision entry. Sometimes it shines through. Sometimes it's a filler queen. But as a filler queen, you were a queen.
Oh, that's what she calls her.
who's
In a
not
good way. Now look what happened.
not a filler queen. The next one.
Look what happened. Malta.
We need to
Survey.
talk.
Malta.
Serving 17th place.
Look, my confession on it. I get it. I get what everybody loves it. I was not blowing away by it. Because I think it's a great performance and great song for a nightclub.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? No, the vocals were meh, and the staging was messy down boots. If you're going on a pop diva, be a pop diva. If you're going on a Alice in Wonderland, be Alice in Wonderland. Both of them combined, that's how I explain myself the shocking 8 points from the crowd. And that's what I have to say about Malta.
For me, it was a huge surprise that it ended up so much in the bottom.
I was concerned it's not going to qualify. I texted you during the semi.
Yeah.
I'm concerned for Malta.
I was so sure that it was one of the big winners in the semi-final, but I got proven wrong. So that happens quite a lot lately. With Malta, though, I have to say I just didn't get why. I loved the staging in the semi-final more than in the final, but I just don't understand here again, similar to Spain, what could have been made differently. And now you say something was lacky with the performance, but for me
it wasn't cohesive.
There were too many elements. I feel like I really liked some of the things. I loved the beginning turning with lips. I loved the legs images, but it was like one dress and a different dress, and then
the yellow was not okay.
The yellow was not, and the camera movements were too messy. Like, I don't know. I can understand why it didn't connect, and it fell short for the general public. Like, it's a gay, not diva, but like gay anthem, serving anthem, or at least for this year.
It is that is the frame of this song.
Right, and so the general public did not connect to it.
And coming right after is Lithuania, which I would never, in my wildest dreams, believe that Malta would be underneath Lithuania.
I told you so.
And so did I.
That's my I told you so moment.
Yeah, that's definitely your I told you so moment.
I mean, I love the performance. It was even more effective here than in the national final. They delivered. The vocals were beautiful, and the mood of the song was there. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it is not my personal favorite, but I could understand that there is also a big following for Lithuania. Because, you know, it has something very authentic. It has an authentic tune. And that's why I'm not so surprised that it ended up where it was ending up.
I know it's going to work, but I still don't like it. My second biggest grower of the season. I'm looping. I'm obsessed. I'm la 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 la. Well done, Germany, for 77 points from the juries.
This is a shocker for me. Like,
and 74 points from the public. Again, there is somewhat of an agreement there. I usually love to see where, like, for me, the points that work in Eurovision are the points where you see somewhat of agreement between the juries and the public. Because you'd be like, okay, there is something here. Nobody thought it's going to win. But being number 13 at the juries and number 11 for the public, ending up at number 15th with 151 points. That's 151 points above 0 points.
The normal German result.
Switzerland. We're gonna speak about that one. Okay. Germany was for me a huge win of the evening. Loved it. I think it is so radio friendly also, and not in a bad way. You know, sometimes we use radio friendly as a negative thing. It was just such a great performance.
It's fresh. It's a great track. I didn't love the performance. I didn't love the vocals. I thought it could have been done way better, but the song is songing, so I understand the result. I'm surprised about the jury because the vocals were not there, but
I kind of like this stage. Like, I like this massive speaker, and I like that she looked like she just came like to take a Späti beer on her way to Kit Kat.
Yeah.
It was very authentically German.
Yeah, sure. I like the structure. I just didn't love her energy.
Yeah, I think it was improved from the first time, from the thingy we reacted to the national final.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm getting older. Moving on from Germany, at the 14th place of the Eurovision Song Contest 2025, our queen, and make no doubt, she is a queen and I adore her. Miss Poland, they call her Gaia.
They call her Justyna Steczkowska.
That is exactly the name.
For now, we'll call her
Queen
Gaia.
Mother made it to the grand final, received 17 points from the professional juries, and was saved by 139 points from the public vote. Ending up at number 14, Poland. Teddy, she's your mama, so take it away.
Yeah.
I have something to say, and what I have to say is death to all juries. Of course, that is a joke, but
Never. Wait, no, migrant to all juries.
defund the juries. What I have to say is that it is a pattern going on, and I was there to investigate because Poland is getting screwed constantly by the juries over the last years, and so even I noticed that and went to it, and every single time they've been below with the jury votes.
So there's a complot going on.
There is a systemic discrimination of East European countries in Eurovision, and it's showing, and we have to work on that because everybody's seeing it, and we see you. So Poland for me was by far my personal favorite because I just love acts like this in Eurovision. This is what Eurovision is about for me, and she did everything so well, and again the people showed how much they cared about that performance, and the juries who should kind of validate also those vocals, the performance and everything, I just don't get it.
But I think that's exactly the thing. She did everything great, but she did everything. It looked like she got the memo from Peace, Peace, Love, Love. Like, start with the drama, bring a violin, bring the half-naked dancer, climb, like, it was a lot to comprehend. And as impressive as it is for us, I can see why, especially the juries, were having troubles to connect to it. The audience, she's very famous. She's a legend. She had time to go out and present her song, and we know her charisma. But most of the juries are usually musicians that are far from the Eurovision scene. They don't show up with a lot of pre-knowledge per se, and they just go on their attention. I'm happy for Poland being number 14. I would have loved to see her in the top 10 because I think she was worthy of it, but I wasn't surprised.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's a worthy place. She did a lot on stage. It was beautiful. I enjoyed it, but it's a rightful place.
Justyna, I have a tribute for you. I tried to give you some tribute, and this is my gift for you. I love you. We love you.
We love you deep.
Europe loves you. So please hold your head up high, and we hope to see you again.
And child, if I need to do half of her choreo, you should take me out between the stage to the green room. I need a Krankenwagen. For real now. I have a very, because we finished with the first half of the results, and we're going to take a little refreshment, and we're going to come back to talk business about the top 13 of the Eurovision Song Contest 2025, and there's a lot to unpack. I just have a little question regarding the semifinals that I forgot to ask you before. How do you feel about the new way of presenting the qualifiers?
Hated it.
I find
everything about it.
Inefficient.
It's confusing.
It's inefficient.
It doesn't bring anything nice about it. I don't know.
Not even exciting.
The only thing that I enjoyed was when it was like Portugal. Like in the first semi, there were 3 that I thought they were not going to qualify. This moment
took my heart out.
Yes, sure, but like it's not. No.
Yeah. Period.
Take it away.
Eurovision 2025. Here we are unwrapping, reviewing, analyzing, and giving you our 2 cents. Thank you so much for staying so far. And please click the like and subscribe button so you can continue with us this journey and many more journeys to come. We're going to take a slight refreshment break and we'll come back to analyze the second part of the grand final result. Child, we have a lot to say.
We're like
and I have opinions.
Yeah.
I need a drink.
Me too.